Today is the day we finally reached the end. It took many hours to get through the battles and discoveries that the 45 new worlds have had to showcase, and it's all going to culminate soon in the final boss. In Frontier, there is a whole playlist if you need to get caught up to speed. But the gist is, story-wise, we're very close to reaching the end, finding this final boss that has destroyed all of Sheriff's, the protagonist's, town. To get there, though, we have to get through the mountains first, which includes this frozen over game, this battle on Dark Path, onto a new area called Glacial Trail, where, guess what? We have to play on the map called Glacial Trail. JK, probably Glacial Trail soon TM, but for now, Erosion. Where I guess the only thing tricky about this map is that the balloons ultimately switch lanes and will sell our Spike Factory, but don't worry, if it sells it, it retreats and we can just plop it back down for an easy dub. I think this is it. We're heading down to the crevasse, and this will be where we find the tunnel that houses the final boss. Unsurprisingly, in the Lost Crevasse world, we have to play Lost Crevasse. I'm not gonna lie though, I am kind of surprised how we never ended up playing Glacial Trail in Glacial Trail, but maybe we go back to that later. One big difference for this encounter though is that it's 80 rounds. That is way more than I've ever seen before, so we have to be extra prepared. And also, Spike Factory can't obviously see all 3 lanes, so we just kind of have to have it cover the 2 of 3 lanes, the more important lanes, to defend. Damn, no big deal for our posse though. Had to use a couple abilities, couldn't AFK through the whole run, but that should be expected. Still relatively easy, I would say. This is definitely it. I'll take note of the tunnel's position quickly. Alchemist may now appear in Saloon. Rocco has left us, by the way. And now to return to Sandy Town. Probably to report the news. When you're back to square one, you definitely know shit's about to come down. Helipilot may also appear in the saloon, and now our journey to the temple. This way, yep, here's the gang. As I was heading up to Sunset, I ran to Hazel. She's offered to help us, so yeah, we got the whole squad in for this final battle. Beast Handler, Desperado. Wish we had every other partner with us. First off, into Temple Overlook. I assume there's still one more world to look into. Oh boy, there it is. That's not just an ordinary temple, that's a Doris temple. Explosions? And now towards the temple. Here we go. Looks like we need to clear the balloons swarming the temple first, then head inside. This is probably not the final boss just yet, given that there's one more area to go to, so we'll make quick work of this. Easy. Yep, after that battle, we now get into the temple. I've always wanted to come inside the temple. Eek, is that what I think it is? That's one big snake. Get ready, everybody. This thing looks angry. What are they looking at? Diamondback on shoots. Yup, this is it right here, folks. Diamondback, I believe, is the boss. There are 2 temple heads which look very scary. Not only that, but we have to battle it on shoots. What's the round set? 51 to 70? First things first, we mean serious business. We have to drop Sada because I've only been using her as a banana farm, and we have to add a useful 6 tower. Right now we have no real tower number 6, so I will just add Clyde to my party, but maybe get a Spectre or something like that, if we need more backup. I would be very surprised if this setup could get us all the way to the end. First things first, we've got to start by removing this thing. We need that area. We'll start with this, but right now I have no idea how the boss works because I have not spoiled myself, and hopefully the game at least tells us what it does. Play the round? And here we go. There is Diamondback with 50,000 HP. We've already damaged it. That was a very cool opening entrance it did there. Maybe that's a preview for some of the other bosses to come. Anyway, Glue Strike it. It's got 5 skulls. We'll see what the first one does for us, and whether or not, or what this bar even means. Skulls hit. Diamond balloons have spawned out. The bar is still either empty or full. I can't tell. And by the way, I don't think this is it, like the end, given that, well, it's only 50,000 HP. So, from what I recall, there may be multiple stages to this even. And so far, stage 1 is pretty easy. Piece of cake, one might say. Diamondback is nice and slow. Again, each skull does not seem to do anything special other than spawning a couple of diamond balloons. Maybe the bar actually activates on the second or third time we face it. Oh, no, it's draining. It's draining. What's this? Last skull. And, oh, it's draining quick now. Tech Terror. Now it's vulnerable. And that's the end of that. So if the game doesn't explain for me, I will explain for you by checking the wiki. Because that's not quite intuitive. Back to story. What? It's getting away. And that tunnel leads back to Sandytown. We need to stop it. So that's what I was saying. That was not the last of the Diamondback boss. It was a brief glimpse, I guess, of what it's able to do, or what it's capable of. Let's see if we can cut it off back at Glacial Trail. Given the shape of the tunnel, that'll be where it's headed next. So basically, it's trying to destroy the whole world, and so it's slithering all over. I think Glacial Trail is like on the completely opposite side of the world even. Sheesh. Rocco, welcome back. We're going back into the tunnel in the Lost Crevasse. Can you help us? Everyone ready? Here we go. No Dirk or the Beast Handler this time. I would say Alk is good though. Oh, and there's Kai. We're really bringing the whole gang back for this one. And now to battle it on a harder map. I would assume the modifiers of this boss are also a bit tougher than before. 51 to 75 this time, and if I remember how boss events used to go on this map, or the one that did, it's the bottom left corner, as usual. Diamondback number 2, Electric Boogaloo, let's go. 95k HP this time, no problem, no problem. And now, once it spawns in... Oh wow, we did damage really quickly there, much faster than I initially thought. But let's go over what Diamondback does now. So, he has multiple segments, or and it regularly spits balloons forwards along the track. I can see that. Kinda like Bloonarius, but very weak stuff. Diamondback's head blocks projectiles from piercing through to its body. Interesting. So what does that mean exactly? Does that mean... Oh god, hang on. I'm a tech terror, but right. Diamond balloons, if you don't know, only take 1 damage from all sources. So even though the tech terror is a 3000 damage nuke, it did 1 damage to it. So it's not effective there, but it does seem to do 3k off of the HP of Diamondback, so definitely worth... Or, actually, no. I think the body is how you damage the Diamondback, and so the head just blocks damage. I'm not sure, but either way, the Rattletail is shielded from damage, break through the shield to stun, and debuff Diamondback temporarily. Well, let me just say its tail is pretty hard to see right now, because the skull bar is blocking it. From what I can see though, we're not really getting many stuns, and instead, all of our towers getting stunned. Damn, this boomerang is like perma-stunned. What's going on? How is the ISAB monkey going unscathed, or at least Fia here? Anyway, as you can see, Diamondback releases diamond balloons, go figure, that only take 1 damage at a time, and every time a skull is reached, it sheds its middle segment, spawning balloons and regenerating the shield. So, I believe that's what the bar refers to. That's the shield. And that's why it was going down, because we were hitting it. See the tail there? Now it's very visible. We'll treat this, Doc. Put it over here. How do I get it to target the tail? I guess last, yeah. Last seems to specifically hit the tail, but I don't think it's really worth it. It seems like it takes too much firepower to get the stun off, although I could assume the stun is very high reward. We probably get a lot from piercing it, but it's okay, it's okay. I'd rather just do more damage straight up right now. Last skull. And a couple more diamond balloons, but no issue. Tech Terror, Blue Strike, part 2 is done. What else does it have up our sleeve? Just more HP? I think I can handle that. It's getting away again. Seriously? That means it'll be headed to the Mermonkey's Cove next. Don't worry, Scout. You go on ahead, see if you can cut it off further up. So, first to Great Oak Village, so we can warn all the villagers there of what's to come. And this is where we meet back up with Divina. Let's go. Where to now? We need to go to the swamp. Now our next objective, cut off Diamondback and encrypt it, so... It's now time for phase number 3. It's almost like the 5 tiers of a boss, but separated into special battles. And hey, we got a Necromancer back to help us. Great. I see we have 2 partners every single time. What other characters we're missing? Because listen, I know this can't be it. I would guess Diamondback goes on the left side, but either way, there's a big issue in this map. It's not good for my setup. Like, put a tower in the middle here, and it doesn't do anything against the boss, and that's why I guess I'll put, you know, Clyde here. He can help try to defend the balloons coming in while we focus, you know, here. I reckon we're gonna need to use a hell of a lot of retreating for this, though. We can probably put glue here, too. And yeah, put both robos nice up and in front. And how much KHP this time? 111, that's not much higher. Not bad. I think that's doable, again, so long as it goes to the left side. Otherwise, I gotta fix some stuff. And honestly, since it spawns out diamond balloons each skull, I think we should just use the tech tier whenever it's up instantly. Because if it does 1 damage to diamond balloons anyway, then what's the point of holding onto a skull? It does nothing for us. Again, surely this can't be all there is to Diamondback, even in the last couple phases. Oh, no, no, no. It spawns diamond balloons very, very far forward. I need to retreat. Put this over here. Otherwise, that's probably going to kill me. Oh, yeah. We're gonna have to use a lot of stamina, I think, on Bowie Jose here. That's gonna be an issue, I bet. But the thing is, we're doing damage fast enough that it's not a big deal if we lose 4% stamina every time we drop. And also, the diamond balloons only really come from one way, so we only have to defend them left to right. It's just a matter of now. Can we make sure we don't leak anything to the bottom left side? If I do leak, just remember, I've got a Super Monkey Storm. And I guess I can slowly start moving stuff down as they go. Probably retreat Thea here. Yeah, let's retreat. Oh, it's stunned. Can I get it as soon as possible? Uh-oh. Come on, let me get rid of ya. Why is it stunned for so long? And then let me have it back over here so we can at least see the other side. But I don't see anything leaking on that side so far, so once again, I think we're good. Diamondback, you're gonna need a tougher map than Encrypted to get through us, that's for sure. Another skull, another ability. Retreat. Move down here. Man, I'm so curious to see what happens when the shield is gone. But there goes the last skull, and yep, it's now just the head and the tail for this guy. Tier 3 Diamondback is no match for our posse here. There's no time. It'll be headed straight to the cave under Sulphur Springs next. It could get to Sandytown before we know it. Yeah, I bet Sandytown's probably the final, if I had to say. But first, to Sulphur Springs. If you two are here, then yes, that's right. It's coming this way, and we need to cut it off. Do you remember the way through the cave, Hazel? Down, right? Don't you go left, left. Go left. I understood Hazel's directions perfectly. We found the underground battle. And now for stage 4. I don't think this one will be too bad either. Once again, it seems like Diamondback will only spawn on the one side. So, put Sheriff over here. Put Boy Jose over here. Hopefully we don't leak to the other stuff on the other side. Well, that's what Clyde here is for. I don't know about you, but as much as I would love to change my setup every time Diamondback spawns in, it just seems too effective right now to even bother about switching it up, because it's working. And it's not like I have any other strong upgrades waiting behind me. I do have 47k Bananite, so I can add another strong tower. But yeah, I think the only thing I'd want to get is to switch out this boomerang for, I guess, something that does more single target damage. First skull now. And seems like it's spawning Moabs now. Whoa, that's a lot of Moabs. No problem for me, though. This strategy's got all our bases covered. Maybe, with that said... Oh, no, no, no. I should save the tech tier ability for the skull, because I didn't realize that it was going to be this gnarly. That's a lot of ceramics, but we got the pierce. Was not expecting that, though. Oh, I also accidentally used too much morale here. My bad, my bad. Next skull? Yeah, this will be fine. Just make sure it doesn't get stunned before I use the ability. Boom. Goodbye, and now it's just 3 diamond balloons, which are very easy to take care of. So, confirmed, there are changes between each skull, or each Diamondback boss. It It does. I think it's also changing complexion. This one looks like it has a more fancy pattern. We also might have done too much damage. I don't have the texture ability up. Let me get it, please. There. Blue strike now. It also seems like the Super Monkey will target the head and the head only when it comes to like targeting priority. So I don't think Embrittlement. I think it's affected separately. So if this is not in range of the head, I will not get +1 damage on the head. So I will move Diamond or move the Embrittlement properly. Another tech tier that I saved. But this should pump in a lot more damage. And yeah, even without having to break the shield, feels like we're doing just fine. Another glue strike. Oh, this is stunned. My tech tier is stunned. Don't worry, it's back up in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Listen, Diamondback, you're gonna have to throw bloody puddles at me if you want a chance. Try me. Almost had it. Heh, I'd say we got it on the ropes. On the ropes is not good enough. It'll be headed straight into Sandy Town. We need to go now, and I think this is it, guys. Wants us to get back to Sandy Town. Now, instead of walking, in case you don't know, the best way to go back to Sandy Town is press settings, respawn sheriff to instantly get back to the campfire. Saves a lot of time unless you want to look at scenery. Alright, here we are. Is everyone okay? What's going on? Yeehaw, get ready to eat lead, you rubbery rats. I'm gonna wipe out this bad smell. Okay, this is just every side character saying their one line. Alright, now that everyone's had their turn to say something. Roaring Screech. Come on, Sheriff, let's show these balloons what Sandy Town is made of. And on to middle of the road, where this has to be the end. This is a really easy map, so something has to be up. Something. We've got, like, all 6 monkeys with us, too, so yeah. Seems awfully sus, if you ask me. The HP scaling surely has to look a lot different if this is going to be difficult. Either way, bring on what I think is the final boss, the last one. 5 of 5, 500k HP, okay. Triple that of last time. But I think we've got 500k damage in us, for sure. And I would say the benefit of having Diamondback Boss be very, very, very long is the fact that, well, once it turns its head up, we're not going to be able to target the head directly anymore. So instead, we've got to shoot the body. And because its body is so long, we can probably just keep it in this spot while still being able to damage Diamondback at all times. Again, we'll do the good old-fashioned strategy of use up some of the morale so we don't waste it at 100. Put it back off because we're about to hit a skull. And I'm going to keep my tech tier so I can be prepared. Here we go. Skull number 1. That is a lot of balloons. Okay. Is that reason for panic? Let's see. Can the spike mines handle all those diamond balloons first? If it can, then we Gucci. Oh god. No, everything's getting stunned. I'm cooked. Okay, I might need to rethink this first. Maybe my posse is not strong enough. Well, I've gone back into the general store, and I guess I could pick up a couple monkey boosts and time stops for myself. I don't know if I want to blow all of them for this one. The thing is, once you back out of the game, you have to restart from scratch, so we don't have any progress anymore in the first skull. Yeah, I don't know. That's so many diamond balloons. I guess what I could do maybe is, like, put this in range of Sheriff, so it can get double attack speed, and it'll use the morale, use it all up, so it gets as many spikes when we hit a skull. That's what I think I can do without changing my posse. I don't expect this to work, but I would love to hope. Oh, I have not been using. Okay, now might have been too late, but I also want to get the extra damage, like here. Also, Glue Strike is very close to being up. Tech Terror now, and Glue Strike. Again, I don't know if it works on Diamond Balloons, but I'm just hoping it does, and it seems a lot better so far. Now that we're proactive in using that stamina boost, or the morale boost. Should I drain the entire bar? I guess until all diamond balloons are gone, yes. Down to 10%? Okay, let's stop here. That's gotta be enough. BFBs are no problem to deal with, I don't think, right? Right? Yeah, we're fine. We just gotta make sure to get rid of all the BFBs first before dealing with the next skull. Otherwise, that's just gonna be a whole cluster F of stuff going on. I'm gonna try to retreat Doc Bishop because I don't think it can actually touch the head. We'll do one over here. and save our abilities. Again, we need to charge up our morale for the second skull. And make sure to have all abilities up, although, hang on, no. Why are diamond balloons still spawning without a skull? I guess that's from the balloons coming in. Anyway, skull 2, is it the same, or is it stronger stuff? No. Same stuff, no biggie. Tech tier here. Oh, I haven't been using the ability, oh god. Might be dead here. Use Dirk's boost, I don't know what that does, honestly. But, Super Monkey Storm? No, hold. Remember that each diamond balloon only takes away 200 HP. I've got 500 lives to work with. And we survived. Perfect. Let's start healing back up at 40%. Have we solved Diamondback? I wouldn't go so far to say yes we have, but it's certainly looking really good so far. Although, hold up. We're about to hit a skull and the BFBs are still here. Can you please move the F out of the way? Retreat. Doc Bishop over here. Get ready now. Blue Strike. Alright, and we're getting the hang of it. 3 skulls through and no powers used. I would love to have this be a power-free run, because that would, you know, look very good on my part, I guess. I'm honestly surprised that, like, we're doing as well as we have. Like, why is the second and third skulls easier? Oh, also, tough decision as to whether I should retreat Sheriff or just keep him here for the double attack speed. I guess there's no penalty to retreating him, right? No, yeah, it's free. I should be doing this whenever I can then, okay. So for now, while I should use the morale on these guys, because they do DPS. But once we're close to a skull, I guess move it back, or find a way to have them all in range. I think it's possible. Yeah, we're getting kind of close now, so get rid of ya. If I put it over here, I think I can retreat the Doc Curly here to barely touch. Yes, that's what I wanted. Now, this one won't have extra damage, but I think it's fine. This guy is way more important. Also, maybe I should do less damage, because if we're about to hit a skull... No. Let's stall. Stall for the abilities to be up. And then we'll drop it now. Yeah, perfect. Get it down now. Morale. And tech ability. Blue Strike. And again, this skull seems weaker. I think that might be the kicker. I'm surprised it hasn't been spawning out, like, as much stuff as I thought it would, at least in the first skull. I guess the only downside, which I said was an upside earlier, is that Diamondback does get smaller after each skull, but that's not really a big deal, I don't think. Down to the final 100k. This part's gonna be slow, though, because the shield is kinda... We're gonna be hitting the tail, so getting rid of the shield. Again, throughout this entire run so far, we have not ever even seen what happens when, like, it hits the tail. Well, it does get stunned. I don't know if I said that. But that's the gist of it. I don't have a glue strike, but that should be fine. It's pretty much almost up anyway. Double damage, yeah. There's pretty much leftovers here. What the helly? Why is it so easy? Final stretch. I guess we'll squeeze in some more damage by moving Thea over here. And what else do we have to fear, really? I'm just using my morale blowing it, because I don't think there's going to be any special at 0 unless I'm in for a big surprise. But this should do it. 30,000 HP from now. We will have officially saved Sandy Town from the big bad Diamondback. And I couldn't have done it without the help of you guys watching. So if you enjoyed the Frontier series, do let me know. Because there's definitely still some endgame content in this game mode that I think we have yet to discover. And I think could be interesting. I was able to fit this entire story mode into just 7 episodes, but that was also just because I could see the interest in this DLC isn't really, wasn't there, I guess, as much as I expected, so figured it only makes sense to speed up a lot of the mundane story parts. ... Did we? Yes, we really did it. Come, everyone gather around. I'll say that was a mighty fine balloon wrangling from everyone. Well, naturally, it was no match for me. That's right, Dirk. It was all you. Thanks to you, our lovely Sandy Town is in one piece. And a special thanks to Sheriff, who I found to save our Sandy Town. No, I'm the one who, ran into you, but okay. I'd say this calls for a full round of cactus juice on the house. Yeah, woohoo. Anyway, yap. How you feeling, Sheriff? Strange, I have mixed feelings, but I'm glad the Diamondback is gone for good. Well, Sandytown will always be grateful you chose to stay when you did. No telling what could have happened without ya. And it'd probably still be wandering the frontier. Regardless of what you choose to do now, Sheriff, you'll always have a home with us in Sandytown. Oh, how sweet. Thanks, Scout. Well, I don't know about you, but I could do with another cactus juice. Always happy to pop one back with you, partner. And with that, congratulations, you've defeated Diamondback and saved Sandytown. And this is what I'm talking about post-game content. All levels have been upgraded to the Elite version, so if you want to save even more folks and getting black borders, we encourage you to give it a shot. This might be where the real challenge lies, so once again, if you do want to see that, please let me know and make your voice heard. Once again though, I encourage you to check out the playlist and the other 6 episodes if you missed them and need to catch up on our journey. See you later on the frontier.